And so yesterday we were working on moving the unit around, and there was an issue with that, so let's get back to it. So actually I'm going to do this. Apps, game server, tmux. Okay, so do the same here. Apps, game server, tmux. Alright, so we need to fix the test. Test, game server, models, battle, unit, util, test. And here we're passing the unit, but we actually need to be passing the PID. So whenever we create a unit, we need to create a battle unit, we create a PID. So by unit ID. So unit type is actually not even a thing. But what we can do is I think we can mock this out. So what we'll do is we'll say intercept battle unit. I think we want to do lib server models battle unit. I think we want to do get unit. Yeah, get unit. We had it a PID, so get unit, and we're going to be handing it a PID, which we'll figure out in a minute. And then with function, we're just going to ignore that, and then we're going to return the unit. Yeah, so that should be easy enough. Okay, so now we need to create the PID, so let's say OK and PID equals test.start link, and let's make a function receive. So if we do receive do with nothing, it'll just have a long running process. So so the process just doesn't die right away. So now we intercept the battle unit with a PID and return a unit. And now we return the unit PID, I think. And here it doesn't really matter, does it? PID. Okay. Get squad. Actually, I think we want. Love you. So we want that one to stay. And we're going to put the units into here, let's do PID. I think that'll do it. I'm going to keep the unit here. So now, when we get the unit PID, we're going to get a thing. And so, let's create a new pane here. We're going to say lib game server models unit battle unit util, and here it's going to give us a PID. So we're going to say unit PID. Now we want the unit battle unit get unit PID, and that should make the difference. Let's see if it does. So unit type fails. So we inspect the unit PID, and over here we're going to see if this matches up. And this here, so let's get unit, reply with unit. So that should be okay. So 519. So let's a little bit more information here. I'm going to say unit ID in PID. And over here, we're going to do we have the PID unit ID unit ID and so 321 is 539. Okay, so that's the problem. So we're going to say if unit is not equal to nil and that. Oops. There we go. I wonder if we can get rid of this. Yes, okay, so write that. I don't want visual block. Oops, here. Next test. There we go. So our tests are passing. So now we need to go to, I think we're fine at this point. Then game server, battle interaction, squad move interaction, and we're going to be moving squad. You move for each squad, read the battle unit, and move unit past the unit. That should be okay. So pass it the unit, get squad, which is what we do here. So let's try it out. Didn't look like it compiled. Mix clean, just to be safe. And this is battle unit interactions, squad move interaction. Okay, let's do that. VI lib server battle interaction, and it's the squad move interaction, not found on the. It's wrong here. So we're looking at unit interaction. Delete it. Huh. Thought we fixed this. And this is squad move interaction. And I'm not seeing it build, so it's really kind of a concern. Okay. So there's our guy. That's looking good. We're going to create our unit. Unit. Click on it. There we go, they move. So the downside is now they're right on top of each other. Interestingly enough, we should be able to grab him, the Yeti, and move him separate, grab this guy, and move them. So that's cool, and now we can move all three of them. Create a new Yeti, and move them together. Okay, so the downside, as you can see, is they sort of stack up on each other, but the concept works. he didn't seem to want to join the group. Seems like a bug to me. So we're gonna move those guys. I move him. He doesn't seem to want to join the group, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. The concept is there. So we have our units, but it's sort of weird, right? So let's look at the squad move here. So we have lib game server battle interaction, and we have our squad move interaction, which is here. So we move the unit, and we have a lot of stuff going on here. So what I want to do is, in our test, we have vi test game server, and we're going to look at the battle interactions, right? Battle interactions. Weird. What were we just doing? Oh yeah, because we don't have a test for that. So the problem is that we're using the move interaction to move them to a specific place. What we want is a way to, this is what I want, okay, so it don't matter. Kind of want them to move as a kind of a random group into a particular area, and this sort of sets us up for what I want to do soon. Is I want to set up a idea of formations, so we can have the units move as like a line or a phalanx formation or something like that. So this is what we're going to do, is we're going to create a new module. This is going to be API test game server. Let's do battle interaction, and what we're going to do is we're going to say make directory formations. Okay, and there we're going to do vi actually make directory lib game battle interaction formations. Okay, now we're going to look at test game server battle interactions formations, and we're going to just call this one vi lib game server battle interaction formations. We'll call this no formation .bx. F module no formation. Game server battle interaction formations no formation. Okay, we're going to use our injector, and we're going to say def. I'm going to say what we want to do is we need to do sort of a mapping between the battle unit and their new location. So we're going to say so we actually need to pass in an entire squad because we're going to eventually need to know all their formations. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a spec. I'm going to say we'll just do set formation. I'm going to do the squad and their target X and their target Y. Okay. Set formation. This is going to be a list of battle unit, and we're going to type battle unit is a game server models battle unit, and it's going to be integer. Integer is going to return a map of battle unit. Actually, we want to do a map. Probably do a tuple. Let's be the no. Has to be a map. Well, I guess it could be a list. Battle unit. Map list of tuple. Battle unit. And this for the time being. Battle unit. And this is going to be an integer. Integer. Okay. So that's their new location that they want to be at. Okay, so now let's get back over here. I'm going to say no formation test ex, and we're going to do def module game server battle interaction formations no formation test to end use x unit case. I forget. Edit test game server. Give me anything. X unit case. This is async true. Import mocker. We could do doc test game server battle inter. Oh, we don't need the doc test. We're not that picky. Test should then describe set formation parity 3 to end setup to end test should move squad move units to random location within a tolerance. It's kind of a weird way of putting it, but we'll get to that. And we don't have anything to mock yet. We could do def create unit, and we'll give it an ID. End, and we're going to alias game server models battle unit. Oops, we don't need that. Okay, and now we can do % battle unit. The ID is ID. And that's probably all I need for our case. Yeah, so now we can do unit 1 equals create unit 1, and we have 2, 3, 2, 3, and here we're going to say we're going to do another alias game server models, no, game server battle interaction formation locations, no formation. And we're going to do no formation, set formation. And we're going to give it the list of battle units, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and its location we want to set it to. So I'm going to say 200 by 200. And this is going to be our new location. New locations. Okay, and now we're going to need to go and enum each of these new locations, and I'm going to do the tuple of battle unit, new x, new z. That's a problem here. And target z. And we need to do that properly. And now we can do assert the battle unit ID is equal to unit 1 ID, so that we have the same order, and that really matters. And that's actually wrong, so we can't do that. And what we'll do is we'll need we don't actually need the battle unit. Battle unit is not nil. That's probably good enough. Assert new x is, so that's greater than 190. Assert new z or new x is less than 210. Assert new z is greater than 190. Assert new z is less than 210. So it kind of puts us somewhere in that kind of general area of things. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the squad. So you're going to do enum dot each let's see, one second. Okay, so I don't think you're the only one that knows. There's actually I'm looking at the chat here. There's actually a really talented developer out there, which I don't want to mess up his name, is, see if I can find him here. You get to see my Twitter feed, which is mostly beer and video games, which, yep, I like beer and video games. Actually, you know what, I just have him in my notifications, which would be, nope. It's like, I don't even want to mess up his name. Let's see if I can actually just do, there he is. Lubos Lenko, or Lento, I don't know. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, but he's actually very good at Ka. He's building out a library in called Armory, works with Blender, which is really cool. Really admire his work. So Elixir is a language that was built on top of Erlang, and so you can take care of all the cool Erlang stuff, and fully functional, and it's stateless. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to iterate the squad. So we're going to pass in the squad, and if we do map, I don't know if we want to do, if we do each, that won't return anything. We might want to do reduce. Might be easier to do with reduce. So we're going to say squad. And so squad, and then we're going to pass in the starting accumulator, and this will give us a battle unit. There we go. And so what we need to do is we need to assign a new thing. So this is actually should be pretty easy. Battle unit. And actually what we didn't do is we're just going to return the battle unit 0 and 0. And so now we can do our test. Okay, invalid type specification. Battle unit. Saying it's a bad type specification. I think if we do this, no. Just had this. Test new server models util. That's the wrong thing. Lib new server models battle unit util. Oh, that's because I specified it wrong. There we go. Oh, this is correct. So, so I guess I'm in chat and trying to get updated. So now we should be able to run our test. So just equip that. Here we go, test, and still invalid type specification. Did I need to save it? That's why. All right. And there's our test, but it passed, and it shouldn't have. Let's take a look here. I inspect new locations. And I wonder, I inspect, hello? For some reason, it doesn't look like we're getting this test to run. Okay, let's take a look. Test, new server, interaction, interactions. So, battle interactions, X unit, that case, async true. All right, so looks like the no formation test does not match test EXS. Oh, okay, so that's the problem. So let's go back here. I'm going to do move to test game server settle and directions formations no formation EXS. And here we go. So this setup doesn't make sense for now, so let's take that out. And formation, no formation with arity1 called the two arguments. I forgot to add the accumulator. Okay, no formation. We need to add our accumulator to pass in, so ACC, and now we're going to do ACC plus. And it's not the most efficient, but I want to keep the order. But actually that doesn't really matter. I'd rather go with the speed on this case, so we want to prepend it because it's a linked list. Okay, so there we go. Now we need to generate this. And there is a library that came out, which is random. And this gives us a random element and an enumerable, which is not what we want. Maybe it's Elixir crypto random. I think there is. Awesome Elixir is a nice little curated list of random. No, quick random number generation, secure random. This is just random strings. Don't need that. I thought there was a random Erlang random, and if we seed it, so what we can do is we can run an IDEX session, random seed, that'll give us seed, and then we do random dot uniform. Okay. Thought we were able to pass the, if we do seed again, yeah, so to seed it, and then we can call random on it. Problem is we don't want to keep reseeding. Default state. We reseed. Seed again. Yeah, so it's not quite what we're looking for. I think as long as we trying to figure out how I want to do this. I don't like the idea of seeding once, but that's probably the best case. So let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's see here. Go to lib, tasks, start, random seed. The problem is I think it'll be the same seed every time. Let's see here. That's not what I wanted. So random seed ix. There was a time. Oh yeah, we do timer dot. So yeah, ix dash mix timer now. Get time. Oh, okay. Game server timer now. Lib game server timer. So now it does just OS system time. OS system time. So if we use that as our seed, we do random seed, because it's undefined. So, okay. We need actually a tuple. OS system time and then OS system time. If we do that and we do random uniform, okay, and then we seed it again, we get a different one. So that's as close as I want it. That's close. I'll go with it. So I'm going to seed it here, and we're going to just do like divided by, 5.5, and then divided by 7. So it's just a little extra entropy. It doesn't really matter, but now we can do random.uniform. What we need to do is we need to take the lowest bound. So we're gonna do call this the variance. Variance will be 20, and ix dash mix. There's a rand module. H rand. Rand. Ah, well, fantastic. So, rand seed. Oops. Rand seed. What's the seed alg or exp state? Export seed. Export seed. Undefined. normal. And normal. Okay, so it is random, so that'll fix some stuff. Let's go back over here. I don't like this anyways. Okay, and so, and normal. What I don't like is that it's uniform. And uniform. And uniform. Because it's a number between 0 and 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our target x, subtract half of our variance, times 2, 0.5. So that would take us down to 190, and now we're going to random uniform our variance like that. And then we're going to take this. So what we're going to do is def get rand location target to and this is going to be target minus variance times 0.5 plus random uniform variance, and we're going to pipe that to round. And I'm just going to wrap this in some parentheses so that it's explicit. Get rand location, target x, get rand location, target y. I think that will do it. Test. And we're missing a thingy. Target Z. There we go. So now I'm going to take that off, and let's go to our lib game server battle interaction squad move interaction, and we're going to inject game server battle interaction formations, no formation, and what we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to get squad location, and that's going to be no formation, set formation, and that's going to be the squad position X, position Z. This is going to be the squad location. This will give us a battle unit. Target X, target Z, or Z, whatever pronunciation you prefer. There we go. So it seems really weird that it's not compiling. So go here. Let's just, for fun, we're going to add IO inspect moving squad. Whoa. And doesn't seem to want to compile. So build our guy, move him, so he is moving the squad. So there you go. Come on back. Alright, so we should be able to remove this, and it doesn't seem to be compiling. But okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create another guy, and then move over there. They should not stack on top of each other. Yeah, see, they're kind of offset a little bit. So I feel like we're going to need a little bit more variance than that, but that's the idea. So we can say, hey, move over there. And seems to be some sort of issue sometimes with some of these guys, but so let's do a little bit more variance here. It is pretty cool to watch them all zombie their way around. Let's kill that. I find it strange. Apps, game server, lib, tasks, start, that our remix isn't starting. So let's move this up here. Next claim. But what I do want to do is I want to go back here, and I want to change our variance to something bigger, so 50. And this still won't build, and I don't know why. It seems to not like it. Okay, so I'm back over here. I'm going to create our zombie. Actually create a Yeti this time. And we're going to do the zombie. Select the zombies, and they're all going to move to our location. They seem to like each other a lot. And so there they go. Let's get another Yeti. And we should be able to select those guys and tell them to move over there. And they do. That's pretty impressive of them. Let's get another Yeti. And they should move together just like that. They are moving in some sort of random location when they get there, which is exactly what we want. I really feel like we need more variance. And more Yetis. Sometimes they don't like to organize very well, do they? There they go. Good bug fix that. They don't seem to store very well. But we have them moving around. Glad you like to join the party. But we'll figure out these little quirks. I'm not too worried about it. Quirks are quirks. And the feeling it's actually not a problem on the front end, on the back end. I think it's actually the way the network traffic hits. But let's do one more. This is kind of fun. Let's change this to 80. Get a lot more variance in it. Nice, clean. And we should get a lot more variance in what's going on, which is what I was kind of going for. So here, let's fill out a couple of zombies, and it seems to be a magic 3 number. But here they come, they move to a particular location, and it's pretty cool. I'm betting, let's see here, that's pretty cool. I'm having probably way too much fun with this, but who cares? It's kind of fun to be looking at the game sort of come together. It won't be too hard to actually create more units and having a lot more squads moving around. In fact, I think the Yeti walks at the same speed as the zombies, which we could actually set that up to have them walk at different speeds. But it is pretty cool to see them, working together. Look at them work together. So there we go. I do want to figure out this situation where they don't seem to be very excited about moving together. But kind of fun. I'm having probably too much fun with this, but don't have too much else to show. I kind of want to sit back and debug the other stuff eventually, but there we have it. We've got zombies and yetis moving around. And so we can actually grab the zombies and tell them to move over here, go over here, go zombies, and then we can grab these guys and tell them to move over here. And look at that. Pretty cool. Just what the doctor ordered. And the variance is still pretty off. Let's do one more. Just for the fun of it, let's do the variance to 120. It seems like a lot, but do makes clean, just make sure it is building. We don't want to waste time on that. Oops, we started this before the server came up. And so let's pop these guys up. And remove them. Seems to be like a magic number of these that seem to be I think I like this variance the best so far. In there. So move those guys up there. What we could do, which would be kind of clever as well, is we can have them sort of moving around sort of somewhat randomly in place. can be like, come on zombies. I think eventually I can probably get them to gather up, but when they get to their location, they will sort of organically spread out a little bit. Just like that. That's pretty cool. Create another Yeti. And this is it for the day. You guys don't feel like watching me goof around. It is kind of, I'm having too much fun with this, but we'll close her out with this, and we'll be in bug fix mode tomorrow and figure out why these guys aren't moving where they should be. So here they come, but I definitely am a big fan of how they are kind of spread out a little bit. It's pretty cool. Select one of these guys. Pretty nice. Alright, so that's it for today. Let's try our test still pass. It should. We have a higher variance now. So let's do a quick update there. Test, new server, battle interactions, formation, and the move the wrong thing. Interactions, formations. Variance is 120. So it would be 200 minus 120, 200 plus, it's not, minus 60, plus 60, 200 minus 60, 200 plus 60, and our test should pass now. Especially if you don't spell it right. There we go. Get status, get vi dot get ignore ignore vs store, I believe that's what it is. Yeah. Status, get add lib, get add test, hit commit, dot squads, moving, hit push origin master, hit status, and that's it. Happy coding. I'll see you guys tomorrow.